AskReddit by Dreadinger. People who chose single life. How's life after 50? My 50 and single is a different situation. After 30 years together, since we were teenagers, my husband caught a bad case of the cancer and passed away. Since then, being single and having turned 50 sucks ass. All I ever knew my whole damn life was that, so having to try and start over sucks. I'm so sorry. Best of luck in your new journey. May you find joy, happiness and contentment. As of now, life is good. But I think after 65 it might be a very different story. I am actually a bit afraid. But then again, I tried to find a partner but it never worked out, so seems this is my destiny. I think about this, too. I joke about it with a friend, who is also 50 plus and living alone. We connect via text phone every day, if only to say this is my daily check-in. Ask me in a month when I go on my month-long New Zealand holiday, where I haven't booked anything, because I'll figure it out as I go along. I'm sitting here alone on a couch in New Zealand and having a nice chuckle. 34 and single. Reading through this thread is both helpful and scary. Makes me want to downsize and make a plan for exiting the world in a way that would be of the least inconvenience for whoever has to handle everything. Life is a gift, don't waste it. You don't need to be with someone to live fulfilling life. Know yourself, love yourself and be what you want to be. Do what you want to do. You know, it's pretty good. I have my own place, I like my job, I have a social circle, I only answer to myself and my bills, I get along with my family, I have some pets I love. And X200B. Sometimes I think it might be easier to have a partner, and then I'll listen to my married friends complain, and think, yeah nah, I'm good. Not yet at 50, but this. I'm not sure I could live with someone. I like not answering to anyone and having peace and quiet whenever I want. A part of me would love to have someone there to share certain things, but it comes with so many downfalls. I see my married friends and think I'd hate my life if that was my wife. This is across the board. Why would the woman I choose be any different? I, 44M, only made it to 44, can't do it anymore, so I decided to get out there and ended up falling in love with my best friend, F. We are getting married in August. Yay. Pretty great. I'm drinking wine with a sleepy cat next to me listening to jazz. I wish my cats like jazz. A hard question for those single after 50. Was it your choice or did this just happen to you? No luck in love. Dated guys who didn't want marriage and kids. Who lied about this the first years of dating and then changed their mind and didn't want to commit. Was not lucky enough to meet someone available who wanted a family and kids. I feel my life is over now. Feels like I managed to cheat the system. SHHHHHH. You've already said too much. Rough, broke, and childless. I didn't actually choose to be single though. It just happened. I am 55 and never married, no children, that I know of, and still a confirmed bachelor. I am not rich, but I do have my own house and a car and I love PC gaming. I am happy more or less all things considered. Peaceful. Came here to say this. Great, can take of myself financially with no one that has too much baggage at this point. Also, love my cats. How many ya got now? Will be 51 this year and have embraced and been happy to be single more with each year. Having good friends, good cats, and good relations with my family is all a part of being happy with it. About once a week I'm thankful that I didn't have kids. Seriously, and even if I had only had one kid but they got married and had kids, I'd likely be criticized for having no interest in childcare. Not to mention there is multi-generational substance abuse in my family. Glad I did put a non-existing person through that. This question is never going to have an honest answer because of survivorship bias. People who aren't doing great either won't answer or will lie, and people who are doing okay will be increasingly drawn to answer to justify their decision and or will focus on the highlights. I would consider it selection bias, but agreed. Quite great, thank you. Dunno what you expect to magically change around one's 50th birthday. I still have 15 years to go at work. I also haven't inherited yet. The remaining parent requires a bit more attention and frequent visits right now. Loneliness? I withdrew from the dating scene before I turned 40. Things feel the same. How can we be sure you're over 50? They're 50 plus guy. It is fine for introverts. Don't think extroverts would like it. But being single is better than being stuck with someone who uses you, disrespects, and devalues you 24/7. Don't be afraid to be alone. Why are these the only two options? As a 50 plus divorced single guy with 2 kids, career and financial security, couldn't be happier. My marriage was abusive and toxic. My divorce added years to my life and so much more happiness. If I do end up in a relationship, it will be by conscious choice and I'll be starting from a healthy and happy place. I'm divorced too. He was a wonderful man until he got bored with life and, instead of picking a hobby, became an alcoholic. Caring for an alcoholic was an unending hell. I'm glad I got out and became single, but it has made me afraid of having another relationship. Even if the person is wonderful, they can always change. Fucking awesome. Outside of work, I do what I want, when I want, with who I want. My stuff is right where I left it. The car is never out of gas or thousands of miles past an oil change. My checking account stays fat. I go camping, fishing, motorcycle riding. I shoot in competitions. I sleep in or get up early. I can spend the day doing fuck all, or in the garage, and not get nagged. Take trips whenever to wherever. Going to Hawaii again in 6 weeks. There's a big difference between alone and lonely. I'm not lonely. I'm breaking up as we speak, and this was the unintentional motivational speech I needed. Life is pretty good. Have my health, a good income and close family friends. That's my current situation, but I learned many years ago that nothing is permanent or guaranteed. Never felt the need to have someone to grow old with. I can do that all by myself. I'm a 53YO female. It's amazing. Never married, no kids. All by choice. I've always enjoyed my own company. I've traveled to 8 countries in the last few years. Getting ready for another trip now. My needs are not even close to family-oriented people my age. I'm not worried about my children's education or well-being. That frees me for a lot of selfish spending and less stress. While my friends are having to go to children's or grandchildren's school function, I'm sitting at home reading the book I want to finish. Yeah, early 40s, single with no kids male. Wouldn't mind a friend with benefits, but giving up the freedom of being single. She would have to be really amazing to make it worth it. And kids at this point? Very doubtful, because freedom, peace and quiet, and less stress finances is extremely valuable. Enjoy your book. I also enjoy making music and the occasional giant plate of nachos while taking a bubble bath. I've been divorced for a long time. I never have gotten used to living alone. I chose a single life. My GF didn't like it. We've decided not to have children. The children aren't taking it well. No complaints. Giving a bit of advice about living alone to a couple of 50-year-old friends who are going through divorces. They've got that deer in the headlights look cause they thought marriage was forever. There is life after 50 and divorce. It's just not the same as early marriage, us as a team against the world. but it can still be good. The past 3 years I've traveled to all sorts of wonderful places and experienced new things. Some crappy sad moments for sure. And who knows how long the good times will last. As a male, I was determined to not become a barfly after divorce. I'm fit, healthy, and have a very attractive independent girlfriend. She just wouldn't fall on a sword for me, figuratively. Kinda miss that, but hey, can't have everything. I'm 61.